Welcome to Wayne County Connection. I'm your host, Michael Swigert. Wayne County Connection promotes Wayne County, Indiana as a great place to work, live, and play. And we do that by connecting you, our viewers, with our guests and the agencies that they represent that are providing opportunities for you to get connected and do your part to make Wayne County a great place to work, live, and play as well. As always, you can find out more about our program at waynet.org/cc, where you can get links to today's guest and the agency that she represents, and also to past programs and to our on-demand and streaming versions of the show to share with people who are outside of the Wayne County viewing area. And we encourage you to do that, to get involved. Visit the rest of the waynet.org website for other information about things that are going on in our communities here in Wayne County. Now I'd like to have you help me bring to our show and welcome to our show Jennifer Radford. Jennifer is Marketing and Communications with Center City Development Corporation and the Innovation Center here in Richmond, Indiana. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. As always, I'd like to begin the program by connecting our viewers and our guests. So I'd like for you to start by telling our viewers a little bit about yourself and how you ended up here in Wayne County.
Well, my family and I have two boys, and my husband and I moved our two boys here about 2.5, almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
So that's how we ended up here.
Well, we always love having people that recognize the opportunities here in Wayne County and come to be part of that.
Right.
So you are in Marketing and Communications at the Innovation Center and Center City Development. Tell us a little bit about how you got in there and what your background brings to what you bring to the area.
Well, I started out in a couple different business areas, but I do have a marketing background, and so when Center City was looking for a marketing communications expert, I'm going to say, I applied, and you know, it's ever changing, so it was a great fit for them and for me to come in and help prosper everything that needed to be happening at the Center City.
Now, for long-term residents, they may know that the Innovation Center and Center City in particular has undergone some changes over the last decade or more that it's been around. But the general purpose has been the same. Last year they kind of split off as far as responsibilities internally, but to the community it doesn't look much different. But Center City Development Corporation and the Innovation Center are separate but related entities, correct?
They are. The best way to describe it is Center City's asset is the Innovation Center. So
Okay.
we are separate, and we do function within the same building, but we do function separately and differently, but we do collaborate together as well. So it's kind of a little bit of a mixed bag, but we are separate. We are two different entities, but the asset is the Innovation Center, so we work out of there.
So just in general terms, what is Center City Development Corporation then?
So Center City Development Corporation is a development corporation, as it says in the title, and it is to promote economic growth within our city and to bring a vibrant Center City to everyone so they can enjoy working, living, and playing here. So we're continually working to provide a place that people want to come and live and stay and live here.
So people might be familiar with the term Main Street or Main Street Wayne County or Main Street Richmond or something like that, which was focused really on that corridor of Main Street in particular. But Center City Development has kind of expanded beyond that a little bit. It's not just those 6 blocks or so in downtown Richmond. It's a little bit bigger than that now.
Right. This year, Josh Russell, our executive director, came in and he felt that there was a need to extend our boundaries. Instead of limiting us to those 6 to 8 blocks, we've now extended quite a bit. So, you know, we've almost tripled in size our Main Street corridor, as we call it, and our city portal. So it's great. You know, we're encompassing more people, more businesses, and bringing more light to what Wayne County and Center City has.
And the idea really is to focus on the opportunities that exist for business development, mostly in that center of the city, really, because you know, a few decades ago it was move away from downtown to the suburbs and so forth, and then there's been a move back towards the center. And we keep saying that term, Center City, but that's really what it is. It's really what the city revolves around. If you look at old maps of Richmond, there was the business and industrial portion of Richmond, and then the residential areas all were around that.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you see it as Center City, not just our development corporation, but the center of the city is the heart of our city, and people are actually starting to move downtown, and they live above the buildings and they live above the shops, and that's what we want. We want you to work, live, and play in the same area. So
Right.
not necessarily that 10-minute drive in. Be right there in the heart of it, because what's better than that?
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about parking
Right.
when you live a block away from
Right.
where you work.
You
right?
can walk to the grocery store or anything that now there's not a grocery store downtown, but what I
Yeah.
meant was, you can walk to where you need to be.
Right.
It's pretty convenient.
But there are a lot of businesses, a variety of businesses downtown. It's not just professional services organizations. There are a lot of attorneys downtown, and there was a lot of advertising, radio advertising in particular, at the end of last year with the construction in downtown, about all of the businesses that were there and the variety of businesses. There's a drugstore, there are restaurants, there are dance studios, and there's a gaming business downtown. So there's a lot of opportunity in Central City, in the center of the city of Richmond.
There is, it's surprising if you sit down and really make a list of maybe the places you've been and the places you haven't, you'd be surprised how much variety there really is downtown. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of places to go, and a lot of places to spend your money, which is great. Buy local, shop local, as we say. So
Right.
definitely.
And Center City also focuses not just on the business, but on other, even social events in Richmond. You're integral or an integrated partner with the Meltdown that happened last month.
Right, we do the Meltdown. We also are a big part of the Downtown Development Week. We turned it into a month because you can't celebrate Richmond any more than a month. But, definitely making sure we celebrate Richmond for what it is. But we do that. We have beautification. We work with the Parks Department on that. So there's a lot of things that we are a part of that, like you said earlier, sometimes people don't see that definition and that divide, but we're there, and we're a big part of everything. So.
But a big part of what's developing or driving Center City development is new business growth. We want to not only encourage existing businesses and support them in maintaining their enterprise downtown, but also building new businesses or innovating, if it were. Now, the Innovation Center started out of a type of grant that was available about 15 years ago, specifically on developing technology businesses, but the Innovation Center has kind of grown beyond that. Let's talk a little bit about what the Innovation Center does and who it serves.
Okay, so we serve the community as a whole. There's not particularly one group that we serve. We serve the whole community.
Okay.
But we have tenants in the building, and there's a variety of different businesses within the building. We house programs. We have many different programs, and we partner with the Chamber, ISBDC, a lot of different entities. We partner with them, and they just host within the Innovation Center. So it's welcome to anyone and everybody in the community.
I do have to give a little bit of disclosure here in that I am a tenant at the Innovation Center. I was there a few years ago and then came back again. And there are about 10 offices that are available for people to rent a small office space in the downtown area. For a variety of business types are in there right now. But it's not just tenants are not the only workers that are there. There's multiple levels. Talk about the
We have
levels of
coworkers,
interaction.
and those individuals don't necessarily need a particular office. They come in and they find a space within the building to use, which is nice because that gives you that networking. The networking that you so need in your business, whatever your business is. There's a lot of networking going on in the building. So they come in and they use whatever space is available. We have a back part of the building. If you've never been in the building, you can attest that it's a lot larger than it looks from the outside.
Right.
So there's a lot of space for them to come in. We also have visitors. So just a couple weeks ago, we had somebody who was traveling through, and they stopped and they said, "Hey, could I use this space for a day?" And we were like, "That'd be great. Welcome, come on in." So there's a lot of opportunity within the building. You do not have to be a tenant. You can stop in and use it for a quick, warm up because it is kind of cold walking downtown right now. But or you can just, be a coworker. So there are different levels. So you can definitely come in and see us about it.
A few years ago, I believe we were talking about the Innovation Center in downtown, and we talked about there are other spaces like the Innovation Center at other places in the state, and there was some collaboration between them and some knowledge. You know, like we know about the building in Fishers, or the
Right.
organization in Fishers, the organization in Muncie, and they know about us. So if somebody is a member there or a tenant there, but they're traveling through Richmond, or they're road warriors, you know, they're out,
Yeah.
you know, on a circuit, for example, salesmen or what have you, then they know that the Innovation Center is a space that is similar to the space that they use as their home base.
We call it a passport. So it's kind of like going to a different city and getting it, getting it stamped and saying I've been in this innovation center. So yeah, so it's nice because since I've been there, several people have used it as a passport, and they'll come in and say, "Can I use this today as a passport?" So I'm like, "Yes, you can." So it is nice.
Here's your Wi-Fi, and there's a place for
I was
you
going
to
to
sit.
say, find a place. So, and again, it's just a great space. It's energetic. There's a lot of life inside. There's a lot of great people that come in and out, that work in the building, that visit the building. It's a great space.
Now, you mentioned partnerships with the ISBDC and the Chamber. Specifically, the ISBDC is the Indiana State Small Business Development Corporation, and their purpose is to help small businesses or people who want to start a business get started. And so they have an office in the building?
They do. Scott Underwood is in our building. He's in there a couple times a week, and of course by appointment only, but he helps with the marketing plan, what you need to take to the bank if you need financial help. And he just works through every bit of starting up a new business or even purchasing a business that's already in existence, but you're going to be the new owner, and what that looks like and what the next steps are. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he's in our building, which is key. So it's like we're right there, and we want you to come, and we want you to start a new business, and where better can you go? Downtown and come in our building. So it's all right there.
But you also partner with the Chamber.
We do.
Which is the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, to help build business and maintain businesses in the area. And what does that provide for people who, that partnership, what does that provide for people who either visit the space or who have offices in the space?
Provide as
I mean, what benefit is that for the people?
Well, being a part of the Chamber is its own benefit. Just being a part of Wayne County and the Chamber is a fantastic place to be a part of. And the fact that we partner with them just gives you even more of that benefit. You can be part of the programs that they bring in. You get more information about what's happening downtown, what's happening with Center City, and what's happening in the Innovation Center. So it's a great partnership that we have, and we work very closely together.
Now, you just mentioned programs, and you specifically the Chamber programs that are there, but the Innovation Center has 2 large conference rooms, and there are those are available not only to visitors or tenants or the community, but there are regular programs that are available or open to members of the community to come and partake in those
Right.
programs. So what are those events, and how do they benefit Wayne County?
So we have Richmond Social Media with Laura Lee Heights and Ashley Sieb, and that is open to anybody. It's free of charge, it's just such an excellent program. It teaches business owners or people who want to become business owners how to handle their social media, because we all think we know how to do that, and then something happens or time gets away from us. So they're teaching how to manage the time, how to make sure that you do answer those negative posts, because they're out there and you can't ignore them. So they have a wide variety of how to handle social media. We also have the business education lunch through the Chamber. That you do not have to be a Chamber member. Of course, with that, there's a benefit. But it's welcome. You're welcome to come and be a part of it. And they bring in different speakers from the community, business owners, different technology. So that's nice, because you're learning from others and learning maybe what worked for them and what would work for you. We do have Digital Fix. It's also a program that is offered within the building that helps people get started on their computer or their iPad or even maybe their new phone. How often we get a new phone and don't know how to work it. So that's a free program that we offer within the building as well. And then ISBDC, they offer programs like QuickBooks and different things like that. Again, most of our programs, well, almost all of our programs are around starting a business, or if you're in business, how we can promote you and help you stay successful. Because I personally have never owned a small business. I think it would be overwhelming, but it's so nice to know that there are people within our community and in the Innovation Center itself that can help you prosper in your building or in your business. So it's great.
But even if you have an idea that you want to start your own business, or you're tired of just working for somebody else and you think I can do this on my own, a lot of times the horror story about people starting up small businesses is that over 80% of them fail. And so what the Innovation Center is trying to do, and the way to avoid being that statistic, is to take advantage of the programs and opportunities that are available. And the Innovation Center specifically is there to start and grow business in Wayne County.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that, that goes back to what CCDC, Center City Development Corporation, our mission is to create a vibrant city center. And without new economic growth and new businesses coming in and them growing, we can't do that. So we're relying on others to come in and be ready to take that step, and we're going to help you help yourself become that vibrant city that we want to work, live, and play in.
And again, and that will benefit not only Richmond and the residents in Richmond, but Wayne County and the area, because the more business, the more opportunities that there are available in the area, the better it is for everyone.
Sure.
Right.
The more variety we have is better.
Well, there are a couple of opportunities that you mentioned to me that you'd like to talk about, and one is the QUIP grant. Can you tell us what the QUIP grant is and how you're instrumental in that?
It's a grant that we get through OKRA. We have to apply for that and be approved, of course, and there's several steps to that. But we get to partnership with different partners within the community. So it's really nice to see all these different entities come together. And the QUIP grant, it's called Quick Grant, really. So it's a quick hit. So it's a quick impact. Sometimes grants and different things take a while to get to that point and see the end.
We apply for it now.
Right.
We get it. It's awarded in 3 years.
Yeah, and then in 5 years,
5 years
we'll have
you
it
actually
done.
get the money.
Right. So this is quick. It's like once you're approved, you get the money, and that particular grant gets to be, gets used. So we're looking at doing something for downtown. So I'm not going to spill it yet because I'm sure that there's going to be more out there, but it's going to be great, and it's going to be for everybody in the community, not just certain groups. It's for everybody, and it'll be great.
Okay.
It definitely will be.
And along with that money, there is something called the Opportunity Zone. And that may have taken on a different meaning, and there were some other zones that have been designated in the downtown area over time. But right now we're talking about an Opportunity Zone. And to me that sounds like a great thing for a way for people to take advantage of some new activity, some new funding stream or something.
Well, it's been around for a little bit, but it is a newer program. They call it the Opportunity Zone program now. And it's basically reinvesting in what we have, reinvesting into ourselves. And the merchants or the business owners that do, they get a tax cut, a tax break in reinvesting in their particular business. So it's nice. It's saying, this is what you have, now reinvest in it and make it better, make it bigger. So the Opportunity Zone is a census tract through the state. That's how it's looked at, and that's how it's granted. And Wayne County is very fortunate because we have 2 Opportunity Zones. Not very many people do. Right. So we're pretty fortunate to have 2, and that only increases our availability to grow economically.
And so the Opportunity Zone designation is more for businesses that are already established rather than startups.
Right.
Okay.
Because when you start a business, you have a lot of plans, and sometimes those plans have to wait. This is a way of saying, if you reinvest within yourself, you're going to get this tax cut that you need to take that next step in reinvesting, because, money is always an object when it comes to your own business. So it's giving back.
So we've spent a lot of time talking about economic development, which is part of the Development Corporation's business. But one of the questions that comes to mind is, what's the difference between what you're doing and what the Chamber's doing and what the EDC is doing and all the other businesses are out there? What makes Center City unique, and what opportunities can you help people in our community with that maybe they are not equipped to do?
Well, I think Center City's unique because we're in the heart. We're in the center. We're right there on Main Street. You know, we're right there, so we're seeing it and living it every day. And I think that that makes a difference. We're seeing the merchants. I personally go out and talk to them weekly. Sometimes they're like, uh-oh, here she comes. So, you know, I think that that makes us stand apart from a lot of things. Those other programs that, you know, the other entities that you mentioned, they're fantastic. And without them and us all working together, you know, we wouldn't have the great community that we do. But Center City stands apart because we're right there, we're in the heart of it, and we understand and try to promote and help these small business owners get what they need. So within our asset, the Innovation Center, we're providing the programs that we feel will help them succeed. And our doors are always open. You know, if they come in and they have a question and we don't know it, we're going to help you find it, because that is what we set apart ourselves from, is making sure that we are directly there for the merchants.
So as opposed to necessarily bringing new business in from the outside, the Development Corporation is interested in helping local residents develop business, or maybe people who are not sure if they want to be in business?
Well, I think that if you look at it, Center City definitely wants to promote what we have. We want to lift them up, and then by doing that, new people and new businesses will come. So we have to lift up what we have, make it a strong thing, and then everyone else will want to join. So we're doing both. We're lifting up and we're bringing in, you know, we want to bring in new economic development as well. But I think that we have to start by lifting up with what we have and seeing that that's our asset, and then everyone else will see it as well.
You mentioned it near the beginning of the program that Josh Russell, the executive director that came in last year, kind of expanded the scope, or the geographic scope of the that was addressed by Center City and the Innovation Center. How did that help bring attention to what's going on in Wayne County? There was a lot of attention given last year to construction and so forth. I mean, the last couple of years that's been really harsh, but and on the downside. But how did the expansion of the group and the space bring attention to what's going on, and how did that maybe benefit or increase partnerships in the area?
So what it really, you know, did was by expanding our by expanding our boundaries, it opened up the ability for more grants, more money to come in, so we can help others, so we can make that economic development, you know, a real thing and start to happen. So it opened the door for more grants, more opportunities for business owners, more opportunity for new business owners. So when they come in, you know, there's basically more for us to give them by expanding our boundaries.
And as the marketing and communications coordinator, director for Center City and the Innovation Center, what's your biggest selling point for Wayne County and Center City?
That it's a place to work, live, and play, and we want you to stay. And we, our Center City Development Corporation, is working every day to make that happen and to make this such a vibrant place to live. And, you know, change does not come fast, and sometimes it's hard. But we are definitely working every day to do that. So, you know, my selling point is I'm here. I want everybody else to come and enjoy, because there's a lot to enjoy. And you just sometimes got to take maybe that extra step around that orange cone and keep coming and not worry about those orange cones down the road. So I myself have lived with them and wanted to dress them up at Christmas. But, you know, everything is better. And if
they wouldn't let us paint them red and green.
They wouldn't. I was like, well, let's just make Christmas trees out of them. Let's do something. Let's embrace them. But, you know, change is coming, and change is good. And change is not always fast, but it's coming, and we're working every day to make that happen.
Jennifer, we're coming to the end of our program, and I want to give you an opportunity to tell people where they can learn more. How can they connect with the Innovation Center and Center City Development Corporation?
The best way is richmondinnovates.com. If you go on our website, you know, there's a lot of drop-down things, and you can definitely click on them and find out more information. Or you can call us at 765-962-8151. So, you know, you can always call us, and if you don't get us, leave us a message, and we'll definitely reach back out.
And if they haven't visited the office there at 814 East Main Street,
That's right.
they definitely.
I
during
forgot that.
business
You're
hours.
definitely welcome to come in too. I just assumed everybody knew that, but
Yeah.
you know, definitely come in and visit us, and I'll give you a tour, and we'll talk about any information that you're looking for. We're a great resource for everyone in the community.
And there are a lot of programs that we won't have time to talk about because we are running out of time. But the Innovation Center hosts a variety of community programs. You've invested in the youth. You've hosted Coder Dojo over the years.
Right.
You're hosting STEM labs for STEM Scouts. And you have a couple of those going on this spring. You have community opportunities there was a gaming night, there's music that
Right.
goes on there. There's a lot of activity going on at the Innovation Center, not only during business hours, but after hours, to promote Wayne County as a great place to work, live, and play.
There is always something happening. It's a great, energetic place to be.
Jennifer Radford, Marketing and Communications with Center City Development Corporation, thank you for being
Thank
on the
you
show
for having
and talking
me.
about Wayne County as a great place to work, live, and play.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. We want to encourage you, again, get connected. Visit our website at waynet.org/cc to find out more about today's program and to share the information with people who are out of our local viewing area. Do your part to get involved. I'd like to thank Jane Holman, our producer, and Wes, our director, and the Whitewater Community Television. Again, I'm your host, Michael Swigert. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next month.